Hydra, Hydra base in south shore of Vermont. Hey, what's that? I'm telling you, job this job. Hey, I suppose I have a cigarette on you. I do. Thanks. Hail Hydra. Man, this job stinks. I'll say. I thought when Hydra recruited me that we get some more accent. All we done here since we joined is guard bases like these, doing God know who's what. Do you know what these scientists dudes are doing in here? No idea. I don't have the clearance. Yeah, me neither. I'm telling you. You know, people say Shield and Hydra are two sides. I think it's starting to get that idea because this is no different from what I used to do when I used to be a Shield agent. I used to guard places like this when I used to work for Shield. When I used to work for Shield, at least the scientists that we were protecting were curious enough to give me some input on what we were guarding, so I have a better idea. But these places are, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, this is how things are done right here. But who knows? Something might happen this on the corner. Like what? Like maybe yours truly. Oh hey Fury, stop! Hey, what the? Enjoy a nap. I remember. Has oil once for cooling chambers be at this specific degree temperature. We cannot damage the assets. Yes, of course, Dr. List. We understand. Still nowhere close. Even with these notes that we recovered from the Parkers, I am still having difficulties tuning out any unnecessary kinks. Into the same. I'm still not sure if these genetic spiders that I created, are we the same criteria as those that were created by Dr. Parker himself? And stuff, dudes. Well, maybe you can give me a bit more insight on that. Who is it? Who dares trespass on Hydra properties? I dare, pal. And you're gonna tell me what you want to know, or else things are going to get messy. I would rather die for Hydra's cause than trying to from you. Choose yourself. But maybe for now, take a nap. Alright, see what we got here. Hail, this is Fury. Come in. I'm connecting the server the thumb drive to Hydra's main computers now. Are you in? I'm in, sir. I know what do you expect me to find. I'm no skilled hacker. I should want me to bring Tony on this. The less Stark is on this matter, the better. Besides, I'm sure that man's busy as it is trying to keep the Avengers together. Besides, if I feel that's knowing what's going on, I think need to be ready to take on more personal threats. Besides, I prefer to handle Hydra my way, the Shield way. And perhaps we should bring Coulson on this. No, Coulson really fighting Hydra on his hit the way he knows how. Me, I need to fight Hydra the way I know how. Of course, always doing things solo. Fairy, you got you really need to learn to let more people in your life. says the woman who hasn't been on a date since going to. Hey, I have very high standards. High standards. Anyway, besides keeping our personal lives on pause for now, what you had for me, Hell? Was that your right, sir? The work that the Parkers have done is all here. Was like your theories were right. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, you get out of here. I have him fight Hill. Are you still there? Hill. Sorry, Herr Nicholas. I'm afraid for you're alone this one. And Dr. Arnim Zola, Hydra's top leading scientist, and now who is now a virtual is now a virtual, nothing more than a computer program, an old 80s program. Humorous and Nicholas. This goes so that people like us do not die easily. If you see, not like the rest of my fellow Hydra commanders, I always believed that you never perished during the Triskelion incident. But once again, it appears that my suspicions were correct. That's why I allowed you to break into this facility for this purpose. Congratulations, so you caught me. Tell me, so now what? Now you are now my prisoner, and I will enjoy very much dissecting and dissecting as much shield intel as I can from your vulnerable mind, head Nicholas. You'll have to. Well, you haven't catch me yet, Zola. And I still have a few tricks on my sleeve. Like what? But you are alone, Nicholas. Your great shield is nothing more than a scattered, broken puzzle, divided and scattered. Still, I admit that your confidence, Phil Coulson has done a superb job in trying to rebuild your little organization, but he lacks the proper leadership skills like yours that made Shield somewhat successful in its prime. We all have to do. We all take charge in our own ways. So, and for me, I prefer to work alone. Dude, start look out! What's that sobs? Dude, suck it off me, Nicholas. Sorry, I think it's time. I just wanted to change the channel. I don't like what songs. Get him off me, you Hydra fools! Open fire! No, not like this. Stop him, he's getting away. Fury to hill. If you can read me, I'm coming out hot. I very hope we get my surprise jet ready. Ready. Alright, he's heading outside, sir. He's heading towards. But then he is trapped. Then we have. Then you will have him. Have no wait. This is not good. So Herr Strucker will not be pleased if he finds out what happened here. Then we will keep this little incident quiet as long as we can until we have something that will please Strucker and that will be enough to mask the failure that has transpired here today. Now go back to your post, and you find out how much Nicholas learned of what we were doing here. Yes, Herr Zola. Zola. Man, I can't seem to get that spider, a ghost spider person out of my head. I mean, who heck what was she, and how did she know that Spider-Man's actually Peter Parker under this mask? But the way more importantly, the way she spoke, the way she acted, I thought she knew me, but in my life. But I never met her in my life. But wait, what was that? Is that Gwen? Gwen, is that you, Gwen? I'll grab and see Gwen's ghost again. Am I losing my mind? Could I be some sort of weird side effect due to a spider bite that gave me these powers? Could I be? Or perhaps my body's so mutating and my mind is affecting my mind somehow. Man, you say there was a cornerstone. Man, Connor really chose a good time for him to leave for that stock scientist conference that they had to go to in Poland. On behalf of the Masters Foundation. Masters Foundation, I mean, I could really use them now. And due to security measures that were put in place, I can't talk to them to know what's happening to me. And then there's MJ. She's still gone. And Watson's still worried. I'm worried. Man, it feels like I'm losing my I can't do anything right. do anything right. It makes me wonder if I really am cut out to still wear the suit. Dude, warning, please stop right there, stop and name the law. I don't think so, coppers. This stuff belongs to Hammerhead. What's up, sir? Look out, sir. Sir. Oh, finally, some action. Maybe this will help clear my mind. Come on, let's get out of here. I think not. Whoa. Whoa. Spider-Man in person. Oh, great, Spider-Man. Let's get out of here. Oh, no, you don't. See, looks like it's time that you learn what happens when criminals mess it. Out of my way. Out of my way, chump. What in the world was that? These, you guys are my... Who is this? The name's Ghost Spider. And I'm new in town. Oh, great, another spider freak. Hey, now there's another spider freak roaming. But we need enough of those already. Be careful who you call a freak, because this freak has fangs. Say, please stop. We give up. Stop. But we're just getting started. Freeze! Don't interfere. He's going to. Stop! What do you think you're doing? They had enough. You stopped them from robbing that building, and that's it. And that's where the police comes in. And it's no wonder you're failing. Unless you're willing to take lives, then you're not really doing your job. Not taking lives what separates a hero from a villain. But I guess I'm a villain then. Who are you? How do you know who I am behind this mask? What do you want with me? Same old Peter. Always likes to talk more than listen. Never thinking, never taking the time to realize the content of his actions. Who are you? How do you know me? That's just. I don't really know you. Well, not in the way you once knew Gwen Stacy. Wait, how do you know that name? Who are you? Hey, get back here! Let's get back here. Tell me, Park, is how you all treat the ladies? If so, then it's a wonder you let Gwen die. I didn't let Gwen die. I tried to save her. I did. If so, then she would still be alive right now. How do you know it's who? Why do you want to be? I'm just consider me a ghost from your past tense for name Ghost Spider. Get back here. Whoa. Ghost Spider, where are you? I'm here, there, and everywhere. Who are you? I told you I'm a ghost from your past. I'm a ghost from your past. A skeleton in your closet of regrets. A ghost, a spirit looking for vengeance, as it were. As it were. How do you know so much about me? How do you know about Gwen Stacy? Easy. Now that's the mystery. Isn't it? You have to catch. If you want, you have to catch me. Wait. Go Spider. Wait. What? Not. You getting cold, Spider-Man? What's up? Why are you playing these games? What I want is to make you suffer. To make you suffer the way you made him suffer. When you took Gwen from him. What? What do you mean? Who did I make suffer? Why ask questions when you already know the answers to Peter Parker? Get back here. Why you? Tell me, you're such a failure. Why keep wearing the mask when you can't even save? Why bother pretending you couldn't save the ones you care about the most? I mean, you couldn't save Harry. And let's say Harry, your Uncle Ben, and Gwen, and now recently met your beloved Mary Jane. Be quiet. Man, I wish someone warned me. Guys, where are you? Oh, I'm around, but if you want to fight, why don't you fight right now? Stop these things. Oh, we will fight, but not yet. For now, my instructions are to make you suffer first. Suffer why? So you'll know how many hits. This is only the beginning, friend. I'm Peter. I'm not gonna keep coming out until you completely lose your mind. Wait. Wait. Dude. Wait. Dude. Thanks for help me stand up for cleaning up the rest of the stuff, man. No problem, man. I thought we'd never finish cleaning up this place. That's for certain. Not certain. It's truly hard to believe that this apartment used to belong to one of the greatest cops of all time, Miss Captain Robert Stacy. Yeah, and this room used to belong to his daughter, Gwen Stacy. Man, it's the same how she died that day. Yeah, Gwen was a good friend to my son. She actually helped him pass calculus in high school. Yeah, real darn same. I say more importantly, it caught most good work. If only Spider-Man did his job. Yeah, that's for sure. Also, how do I thought I might find you here, my child. Jacko, my apologies for not. I guess you wanted to be here. It's understandable. After all, I understand. After all, considering that what you feel are memories that I replicated, I generated from the mind of your template, the real Gwen Stacy. And Stacy, I know you gave me all these memories to make me an exact duplicate Gwen Stacy, but to try and make up what Spider-Man Peter took from you, and although I know I'm only a clone, can't help feeling that I could actually be Gwen Stacy. Right here, my dear, Gwen Stacy is dead, and if you try to tell your identity, people will ask questions, and if people actually see Gwen Stacy walking around, they want to know how you're still alive, and questions like that could draw too much attention to my employers, which will spell problems for both of us, and I refuse to let them hurt you, my sweet. Oh, sweet. Do they even know that you cloned me? No, they do not. And I tend to keep it that way. I have no tendency for Hydra to use you in their own petty ends. And what you're using me for isn't what you're doing considered petty nonsense. This is clearly justice in my eyes. Parker failed to save my little Gwen Stacy from Norman Osborn, and he needs to reconcile for it. So what about Hydra? Don't they still want Spider-Man alive? And they'll have him alive, but until I've finished with him, or I should say, once we're done with him. So why don't you let me take him out now? Take him out now. Patience, my dear. You will get your chance soon enough. For now, we must keep focused on the task at hand, and not spend too much time here after all. Someone might see. Of course, Jacko, I understand. Now come, we have much. We have much to do. Much to do. Dinner is ready, Peter. I hope you like it. It's my food for this matzo ball soup. I got from a recipe from a friend of mine during one of my during one of my during one of my backpacking tours through mm, 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 through Macedonia. It smells great, Aunt May. Something on your mind, son. My Peter. It's just that lately I'm thinking a lot about what happened with Gwen, and what happened. Oh, I see. But why? Is there a reason? Okay, I recently you can find me, but lately I've been starting to see people exactly like Gwen. Everywhere I go, I keep seeing Gwen walking around, passing a curve, a street, walking down the road, stopping at a traffic light, everywhere. And when I get close, she's gone. Like she wasn't there at all. Am I losing my mind? You don't. I don't see you have a fever. And perhaps what is going on? It could be a psychological aspect. Well, you're no expert doctor, MA. Honestly, not. I just that I have seen cases like these before through my friends who have also been through, but dealt with things similar to what you did when you lost Gwen, Peter. Gwen was someone you cared for very much, wasn't she? Well, yeah. Well, yeah, she was, and of course, you were probably there when Spider-Man fought the Green Goblin during that time, weren't you? Yeah, I was, yeah. And I bet you tried to save her, right? Well, of course I tried to save her. And when you fail, oh yeah, Peter, it's been a year since Gwen's passing, and soon soon we're about to approach the anniversary of Gwen's passing. So saying that, Gwen was a good. You care about Gwen very much, and I'm sure she care about you. But you think I don't know. Have you? Well, have you ever? Oh, I have. Years as after ever since a few weeks after we lost Ben, I started seeing images of him around where I work and volunteer at the feast place. I keep seeing him through see him wherever I work from and I keep seeing people looking at Ben. But why didn't you never tell me? Why didn't you tell me this before? Because I didn't want to worry you, Peter. But I'm telling you now, because Peter, it's really natural for people to see things that aren't really there, especially those of faces that you once lost. And it's a sign of grief, Peter. How do you deal with it? I start seeing someone that told me that we cannot need to accept things. Once I stopped seeing Ben's face anymore. And once you accept things, you will stop seeing you, and you will stop and you'll be able to not won't be tortured of this. Making it sound so easy, anime. It's not. You just gotta find a strength deep inside to realize it. No, you're right. You know what? You're right, Aunt May. I can't. I can't keep. See, you have a point. Thanks, Aunt May. You helped a lot. Of course. Now come, eat your matzo soup before it gets cold. Yes, ma'am. Aunt May's right. I can't keep letting things like people like, but things and people like Ghost Spider telling me that what happened with Gwen was my fault. I know that I did the best I could to save her, and I can't let those decide. And I gotta find. I look deep inside myself and realize that I did the best I could, and I hope that I wasn't. I did the best I could, but I could and move forward and not let what mistakes I made in the past interfere with my future. And right now, I really need to focus on stop Ghost Spider before she causes any more trouble. She truly has an axe grinding against me, both as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man. And I need to figure out why. Need to figure out why. Figure out why. Fortunately, what's in? Figure out why. Hi. And what's that? What's that thing that Mr. Robinson told me at one time? time try to look at a problem at a different angle. He always told me that whenever he's doing a story that giving him problems, he always told me that it helps to look things at a different angle to try and to figure out a different way of solving it. So like him, I need to do I need to use a different. I need to look at if I solve this new ghost spider problem before she does any more damage or takes any any more lives. Any more lives. More lives. Okay, so she knows. Okay, so let's try from this angle. Okay, she somehow figured out I'm that Spider-Man's actually Peter. That I'm Spider-Man under this mask. And more importantly, she has so much intel on Gwen Stacy, and what happened to her that day. But no one could know so much unless she got that intel from someone, from some place. If I intel, so if I sneak into a place where she got that, and unfortunately I know, I know the place exactly where Ghostbusters got that intel from. But first, if I'm gonna get to you, I need a little help. Alright, let me get this straight, webhead. You think this Ghostbusters person broke into my department and got the intel regarding the death of Captain Stacy and his daughter? Exactly. The way Ghostbusters came at me, the way she approached me that day when I was fighting Hobgoblin, and then a few days after with those crooks it's clear that she was aiming to make torture me psychologically, using intel that I think I help you, but I don't I don't ask you much these other things, but anyway, all right. If it means getting a killer and a criminal off the streets, then I'll help you. I just hope I don't regret this. If my superiors find out about what I'm doing here, it could cost me my badge. Trust me, that's not what I want. But one bit, I assure you. But if you get caught, I'll take the fall for it. All right, let's get started. All right. Alright, what are we looking for, Spider-Man? Evidence that Ghost Spider might have broken in somehow. Evidence, anything. If that was true, then we would have noticed it by now. This is a very secure facility. I know we're just a small-time police force, but even as police value security just as much as those who work for the FBI, CIA, and the government. And we take certain measures to make sure information like this doesn't get out to the public. To the public. I know I'm sure you do. But just keep searching. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure my spider sense can inform me if they're either released to the routine routes. All right. Wait, it's right there. Stop. Can you go to this? Be my guest. Strange. According to this, there's no evidence that Ghostbusters was ever here. And how did she get so much intel from? Intel from him. So do you find out? Not exactly, but wait a minute. What's this? That's Gwen's uncle, Mr. Who's also known as Fachak, who's also known as Fachaco. Oh yeah, so this is Mr. Stacy. It came right here as one. He sometimes helps the department with certain cases, considering that he's also skilled. He has skill, but it makes him skilled. So sometimes he helps on the request of Captain Stacy back when he was running the department and do certain cases that the normal PIs that are under our employee couldn't figure out on his own. He has helped us. He actually helped this department solve a lot of different hard cases. Nothing. Thanks, Captain Yuri. You helped a lot. I know now where I have to go next. Of course, it's all so clear. Gwen's uncle is actually a jackal, and he was a jackal, who's also an expert who's also an expert in cloning technology. Could it be, maybe, just maybe, could this where looking for it? This is it. This it. This according to my source, this lab used to belong to a jackal, but before used to belong to Glenn's uncle before I outed him as the jackal. I'm surprised that no one bothered cleaning out his old office. I guess with anything going on, people are distracted these days. But it was fine for me because it means all the intel I need could be right here. Let's see. It was like before Jackal was outed, before Jackal, he was working on what's this. Alright, that's like hacking. Fortunately for me, I know a few tricks that help me get. Fortunately, I have learned a few tricks on how to get Python information as Peter Parker. So let's see, what's this? This can't be right. According to these files, Jackal is working for Hydra. It took you long enough to figure out, Spider-Man. Spidey sense. Yes, long time no see. Parker. Jackal. Jackal. Likewise, you know who I am. How? You're not the only one who has friends in high places. Spider-Man. Who? All right, Jackal. I want answers. What is your what is the connection to Ghost Spider? How do you know who I? How do you know who I am behind this mask? What is going on here? Always asking, wanting answers, Parker. So impatient. I guess that's you for it. All right. Since you're gonna die, soon, I guess I might as well. Yes, I've worked for many years now. Many years now. You see, as you know, as you've learned, Oscorp made a deal, made a contract with a shadow organization to help create biological weapons of mass destruction for their army. But what you don't as you're about to know now, it's actually Hydra. That's right. While Hydra is hiding in the shadows of the shield, they secretly formed alliances with all sorts of low maintenance chemist companies. Of course, how do you Oscorp? How do you think Norman Oscorp got the funding he needed to create Oscorp? It was all thanks to Hydra fundings. It was Hydra who helped Osborn create Oscorp for the purpose of supporting their agenda for creating super weapons. We want superhumans. Superhumans like your enemies, the Sandman, Scorpion, Rhino, and Electro. Of course, those experiments were mere accidents. The ideas of petty criminals to help keep you off their scent, but they're true. But none of those experiments met Hydra's agendas until Oscorp was lucky enough to hire two of the greatest scientists of your parents, Richard and Mary Parker. My parents. What do my parents have to do about everything? Everything. Your parents revolutionized biotechnology to amazing standards. It was their research on spiders and manipulating their genetic structure to create radioactive spiders that can give humans superhuman powers just by biting them, and due to their, of course, when your parents realized that their research was being compromised, they decided to abandon the project. They tried. They did everything they could to try and keep their scientists out of the hands of Oscorp, which of course ultimately to their demise. But all they was delayed the inevitable. Of course, delayed the inevitable. Of course, there have been those like your friend Dr. Kirk Connors that still try to carry on your parents' research on Oscorp and Hydra's behalf to create their their spider soldiers. For Hydra's noble cause. And of course, but for some, no matter how they couldn't able to replicate until you were bitten by that spider that day. For surprisingly, everyone else that were bitten by Oscorp's spiders met with less than successful results. You were the only one. But why? Are you saying that I'm the only one who survived being bitten by a radioactive spider? But why? Why am I so different? No one knows. But I had theories. That is why as soon as you revealed yourself as Spider-Man, Hydra sent me back here in New York City to reestablish my connection with Oscorp, and Norman Osborn helped discover that little mystery. And during my research, I discovered one small information that no matter how but we realized that the only way we can determine if we study. So that's why you create. So that's the reason why Oscorp helped the Magia gang create superweapons to attack me, help me not just to start me, but also to try and capture me. Is that right? Capture, kill, whatever would help us, whatever would gain control of your body, so we can determine what. And now you're gonna help us. You haven't answered my question yet. Not just yet. What is your relation to Ghost Spider? Why don't you ask her yourself? Space, what? Pshaw, dude. No, pshaw, dude. Wait, step away from him. Pshaw, dude. Dude. Peter, I think it's time that you met you. But first, let me that. No, you don't. Pshaw, that's something you no. Peter Parker, let me reintroduce you to your old flame, Gwen Stacy, dude. Gwen? Is that no? It can't be. You're right. Gwen Stacy, the Gwen Stacy you knew is dead. This is her clone. A clone I created. A clone? That's right. You're not the only one who lost someone that day. I too. Despite what you think of me, I've always genuinely cared for my beloved Gwen. And when I heard you failed to save her from being killed by that fool Osborn, I vowed vengeance. So I wasn't seeing things. That person like Gwen that I saw roaming the streets all those days was actually one of your clones. You're correct, Spider-Man. But that version of Gwen Stacy, those versions of Gwen Stacy were my less successful attempts. Actually, my first attempts to clone my beloved Gwen, didn't last long. The clone, although successful in hyper glowing the clones to the proper age that Gwen before she died had worked, they only lasted out of their incubation tubes for no longer than 5 minutes until they decomposed into its original sludge form. So I sent those clones out, but I was trying to make you suffer as quickly as possible. So I sent those less successful Gwen Stacy out into the public for the purpose of you to see them, to start making your mind slowly unravel. But I always kept tweaking, always improving the formula. And now, then I started exposing using combining Gwen's DNA with spider DNA that I was able to extract from blood samples I managed to take from you during your fight. Blood samples? What are you talking about? Don't you come now, Spider-Man. As powerful as you are, you still bleed. And during your fights with those supervillains, you have been known to leave a few blood samples here and there without knowing. Samples that I was able to set with my drones to set. Although these samples I managed to extract from those battles weren't enough to complete Hydra's research in that field, I was able to use little samples I was able to extract to add them to Gwen's to create this version of a more successful clone who still to this day who has proven that she is more successful than yes, Yeah, and I decided to give her, and I decided to give her a new suit. Now, of course, I was thinking of calling her Spider-Gwen, but that would be too much on the nose. Ghost Spider is much more perfect, considering that, and it's more. I find it more poetic, considering that he is, and technically, Gwen she is a ghost from your past, come to life. That's right, Peter. And now I'm gonna. Hey, look, listen to me, Gwen. And I'm not really Gwen. I'm only a clone. You didn't you hear what my uncle said? You killed me, but he, so you killed me, so you killed Gwen, so Jackal traded me to avenge her death. No, well done, my creation. Now can we him, Uncle? Not just yet. Definitely not until I have what I need.